Hello, people. We're building the beer run Spitfire right now. We're painting it. Segment of Fade to Black. This is what it's gonna look like all done. See, you can see the kegs on the bottom. I have the kegs right here. They're not painted yet, but they will be painted. And then hung under the wings. My computer's having a problem, so until that straightens itself out, our entertainment is going to be kind of shitty. But I'm going to talk to you guys during the operation, tell you what I'm doing here. Right now we're spraying RAF Tamiya green onto the green sections of the airplane. If you notice, there's all these black lines running throughout the airplane right now. Those black lines are what you call panel lines. And I'm going to gently cover them up with the new color when I put it on. Right now, though, I don't like the thickness of what I'm spraying, so I'm going to thicken up the mixture a little bit here. Richen up the mixture, as you would say if you were in the plane. But usually you want a very lean mixture in airbrushing. I found out in my airbrushing that you want it thinned down almost as much as possible. The hobby shop's going to tell you want it to look like milk, but milk is wrong. Milk is actually too thick for some needles to even come out of. When I mean needle, I mean that needle on the end of the tip of this. Right now I'm using the 0.25 needle, I believe. And I hate windows. If anybody ever wonders, I hate windows. But so let's get to it. Hopefully we'll get some entertainment going. You know what? I'm just going to restart the computer. This computer don't even deserve a proper shutdown. Just hold the power button. Anyway. Here we go. So I've sprayed a kind of a light green into, I sprayed a light green and I didn't like it. Didn't look authentic. So now I'm going to put a little bit of a darker green over it. Okay. And see, I've already taped off and got my camo scheme how I want it. Now I just got to paint easy and easy, slow, you know, do it right. Okay. When you're airbrushing, wooden ear cleaners, I was like on wooden ear cleaners with the wood stick, is what you need to clean this. And I put the air on and give it a wipe. And that gives you, a lot of people are going to say that I'm ruining the tip because you want the tip sort of wet, the needle. Because dry needles don't shoot so well. But I found out that I'd rather have the accuracy over shooting, you know, completely perfect. I want a nice, accurate, almost like a pencil. Right now, my my diameter of the spray is actually very, very, very small. I'm talking close to pencil lead size, and that's how I want it. Sorry, you're probably going to be hearing that quite a bit. I hope it's not too loud on the phone, because we're doing this with a phone and not a computer. And you know why? You know why we're doing this with a phone and not a computer? Because the next door neighbor was letting everybody use his internet in the neighborhood. And I don't know if he knew anything about computers or whatever. So I log on to his internet and I find out that there's 200 plus MAC addresses assigned to his router. And I'm pretty sure that him and his family over there don't have 200 different Wi-Fi devices. So I told him what was going on. I'm like, hey, look, everybody's using your internet. Let me come over and we'll put a password on it and lock it down. And I didn't hear from him from a couple days, but the internet had disappeared in that time and then reappeared with a new SSID and password. Now, me and my neighbor, he avoided everything. He avoided me for months and months and months. And that's what I get for being a nice citizen and telling him that everybody's using his shit. But I offered him $20 a month to use his internet, and he wouldn't go for it. And also, we let his family park one of their cars that's not running at the moment on our property. Now, I'm going to pay him $20 a month, and the only reason I want it is for things like this, so I can show you guys what I'm doing here. Maybe teach somebody something. And the guy wants to be a punk. So what we're going to do is we're going to tow the car off our property. I've already written him a letter stating that since he can't be neighborly and let me use the internet, then he's going to have to get his car off our property. And I would never, ever, ever do anything to jeopardize his well-being or screw up his internet services by downloading stuff I shouldn't be. I'm not that kind of person. But, you know, but soon we will have internet, and I'll be doing this from a correct computer using YouTube Creator, or whatever the hell YouTube has. It's called Creator Studio, I believe. And that's really the way to go. Okay, we're waiting for our entertainment to load up again. And when I mean entertainment, oh no. Look, you can see these. Yeah, you can see it good from there. See that? I gotta try and chip that away somehow because the paint from the first paint job got messed up, kinda. So let's see if I can get rid of some of this and make a nice edge. I mean, the paint job's already fucked. Oops, excuse me. The paint job's already ruined. So I'm doing my best just to do some little repair type stuff. I got too anxious, pulled off the tape too fast. See, this isn't working either. Maybe that'll fly. Maybe that'll fly. But pulled off the tape too fast and left that gap. But that's what we're doing right now is we're going to fix these gaps. All right. Let me see. I can see just fine. I need to see. You don't need to see. But let's start covering up these gaps first and see how that goes. Because if I get any lifting of the old paint, I'm gonna have problems. And so far, so good. And I'll tell you why that is too, because nobody knows how to make a good friggin' airbrush paint. Every airbrush paint I've ever used is horrible. For these models, anyway. I don't know about like House of Color. I'm sure they've figured out how to make a proper airbrush paint by now. But as for these model people that say that they match the World War II colors perfectly, I kind of doubt it. Because I haven't had one that really went smooth on. Like now, for instance, I'm using Tamiya paintbrush paint because the airbrush paint is just horrible. Plus, I like the look. The Tamiya has a very more realistic look to it. And these Spitfires you find in the world now are the best they could do, you know. After, what are we looking at, 80 years now or something, since World War II, almost 100 years. So nobody alive knows exactly what color these things are supposed to be. The people that restore them, you know, basically whatever they put on goes. Their word is God because they think that they're the ultimate. They've got everything right, but unless you were there in World War II, how in the hell are you gonna know what the colors look like or not? You know, unless they've got a paint bucket saved over from World War II and they can get the exact pigment out of that bucket, but chances of that are super slim, if you get my drift. Unbelievable the edges you can make with this Tamiya paint, using it as an airbrush paint. And why is our entertainment not going? I want to know. Come on. I ever tell you guys I hate Windows with a passion? So, I don't know. And besides, Tamiya paint is one of the best paints, I think, that goes on nicely. I mean, talk about quality paint, Tamiya's got it. Alright, I'm just going to shut this computer down again. Number 2. Bang. I think the Beats, Dr. Dre Beats computer has had it. you see that? Yeah, you can see it. Covering up this big old hole right here. God damn it, some of it lifted.